he likes.
So one could argue that the proper starting point of electric vehicles definitely came with something which could be associated with fun, since it's a roadster. So what potential definitions of fun in the context of EV come to your mind?
I think for sure to begin with, the driving experience itself when it comes to cars, no matter if that's EV or normal cars, because I think with electric engines, they actually give you better accelerations, right? Like you actually reach to 0-100 kilometers per hour faster. That would be for most of the German guys I know, maybe like a big fun if you can really accelerate faster.
Sure.
But of course, not just driving experience. Everything in cars need to be fun as well, because electric cars somehow I think it's combined already with this image of futuristic and very customer-centric in a sense as well, because people even nowadays will actually would go for EVs because they still have a little bit like price premium on it. They are the ones who are committed to certain lifestyle, who want to like do something that is making their life more aligned with their values. So I think a very good lifestyle representative for the car, the EVs, and also all these digital services and applications you can get in car.
If I might sum that up, definitely some of the far parts you meant the driving experience. So that's different from combustion engine cars to electric vehicles. And there's two things: the instant torque, as we say, the instant acceleration, definitely more in the lower ends, from 0 to 100 is on a classic, or if we're talking in miles, it's like 0 to 60. But also the engine doesn't make the same noises. So it like feels different for everyone. Just an electric vehicle in itself, the driving experience, like, oh okay.
But it's more fun or less fun?
Good question. I think for some people it's more fun. I think for some people it's less fun. We come to that. I brought an example for that too. Somehow, and there's two main drivers I bring, that with electric vehicles, infotainment system, which we're talking about today, in-vehicle infotainment system, IVI, is kind of combined. But yes, some of the 5 points I want to mention in terms of fun of electric vehicles would be the instant torque, the quiet ride, then environmental benefits. Some people think it's not fun, but it's having a good feeling, I guess, to have zero emissions. Innovative design, which is exterior and interior, I guess, because they want to make the EV want to sell them once they start all the development process. There has to be some innovative thing about it to make, sell it to people, and also in overall driving the EV mobility. And lower operating costs. You don't have to go as often to your custom, and like maybe there's less general costs in operating the car. Yeah. That's not just the gasoline you don't have to pay, because obviously you do have to pay for the electricity, but the motors are different. They don't need as much service and such.